All right, when we graph this guy, the reciprocal function, this is an interesting table. Let's see. This one, remember, these are all the numbers that I want you to pick, but you only pick the easy ones. So we got our x's, and then we get f's. When we plug our x's into it, you could plug in all of these. Like, we could plug in 1, and 2, and 3. We cannot plug in 0. When we plug in 1, we get 1. When we plug in 2, we get 1/2. When we plug in 3, we get 1/3. Now this is okay. This is crazy. I'll get the negatives in a second. So 1, 1, and then 2 is 1/2, and then 3 is 1/3. It's like not giving me much to draw on, right? Okay. This is what you probably didn't pick for the reciprocal function. You probably didn't pick 1/2. But why would you want to pick 1/2? I'll show you why you want to pick 1/2. If I plug in 1/2, look what happens. I get 1/1/2, and that would be the same as 1 times the reciprocal of the fraction. And so that would be 2/1, which equals what? Dose. Okay, that's a nice number. So if I go 1/2, I can go all the way up to 2. Oh, right there. And you can do the same thing if you went 1/3, 1/4, 1/5. It'll just keep going up like that. So this line is actually really close to the y-axis, and then it curves like this, and then booyah. Okay.
There's 2 lines.
Yeah, there's actually 2 lines. I only did the positives. What about the negatives? Negatives can do the same thing. Okay, so here, let's plug in some negatives. -1/2. Oh. -1, -2, -3. Now the -1/2 is going to give us a -2. The -1 is going to give us a -1, and the -2 is going to give us a -1/2, and the -3 is going to give us a -1/3. Okay, so when I graph those, let's see, the -1/2 gives me -2, so boom, right there. -1 gives me -1, -2 gives me -1/2, and -3 gives me -1/3. So we have the same thing happening right here. There's your reciprocal function. Okay, it's kind of weird, huh? What's the only number you cannot plug in? 0. You cannot plug in 0. So that means we have something called an asymptote at 0. So here's 0. We're going to put an asymptote right here. Now, what's so special about an asymptote? The graph cannot go through the vertical asymptote. It just can't. It won't happen. All right. The line, when you're drawing the line left to right, it's not going to go through a vertical asymptote. It's like a wall almost. It kind of helps you see behavior of the graph. Now, there's other ones that have asymptotes, and I'm going to show you guys those in a minute.